Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Talkinsen. It's me, Ogechi Waka. So for this video, I'm just going to share with you the experience it has been um, doing or hosting and organizing an event, precisely the Dwell Youth Conference, which I've been promoting all month round or 2 months now on my channel and also elsewhere. So I just want to first of all thank everyone that supported in delivering this conference and everyone that made it possible and those who supported us in whatever way you did. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate the support and it hasn't gone unnoticed. And also want to thank all the young people that attended. Trust me, I believe that you guys have been impacted greatly in your lives. And I also believe that God will listen to your prayers even more. I said it. God will listen to your prayers even a lot more, okay, and help you with your needs and everything that you ask for. I also want to thank all the people, volunteers, and people that supported to make sure that it worked. Okay, the music ministry. Listen, it was fun. One thing I would say about this conference is that whatever the circumstances is, make sure you surround yourself with supportive people in life and people that will cheer you up or people that will make sure that things go well when things are not going well in any shape or form or things are looking a bit shaky or you facing any challenges. It was a challenge in terms of like the day. It wasn't even like, to me, from the onset of the conference, planning and organizing an event to the end. So I already knew challenges pose themselves, so that's not my problem. But on that day, I wouldn't lie to you, it was on a different level of challenge for me. But we overcame through the Lord Jesus Christ, who strengthens us, comes in to swoop in the intervention time, and yeah, never too late. So, and I want to thank you, all the young people that attended and made it so much fun. Well, that's one thing, like one thing I do enjoy about working with young people, especially, I would say any young person, even children, like anyone the government class as a young person. One thing I do find, at least any youths that I work with in my almost 14 years of working with the within the youth sector in different organizations and in different ways, working with young people, whichever one you want to put it as. I don't know. I could be having the worst day of my life sometimes, yeah. And they just the sight of seeing them, whether for a one-to-one support or even in a group situation, it brings me joy. It brings me happiness. Then it brings me joy if they're happy. I don't know. I feel like, sometimes people say when you're doing something that you love, it would be fun. I think that's what I would describe. It feels like working with young people. And I'm just sharing a little bit of this for those who do not know me. Yeah, I work with a lot of young people in my lifetime and children as well. In any way you can think of, I've worked with them in different ways, whether from a paid capacity or from a voluntary capacity. I work with them. I work in supporting them with. I work with an organization or whatever organization I find myself in, supporting them. And one of the key things I do find, at least from my own experience, is impact. Impact over anything. Like, I can't describe for myself the amount of changes I've seen in the lives of young people that I've supported in any shape or form within this space of work, within the context of working with young people. And as I mentioned, even if it's one soul, even if it's one person that was impacted in a little way, big way, medium way, it doesn't matter. And I'm always very grateful when a change has been achieved in their life through an intervention I offered or anything that I participated in. It doesn't even have to be directly from me, but anything I participated in or worked with that brought change. So that's one thing. So let's talk about a bit of the Dual Youth Conference. Um, we had great speakers come to speak, and it was great. And I enjoyed, one of the key things I like is projects anyway. So just in case anyone that is listening out there, I'm looking for a position in project management. So I'll say it out loud. Okay. So if you are, I'm preferably within the youth sector, but I'm quite flexible to like look around, because that's one thing I wanted to just expand my horizon, whether from an operational perspective or a service delivery in terms of program or projects in itself. So any managerial position, but precisely project management. I love the fact that it starts and it stops. There is different things that you do, different activities. Okay, so yeah. So if you're a person hiring, I'm available. I'm available. Okay, so yeah, holla at me if you think I could do anything good for your company. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to moving to that project management position. So, and I have the necessary knowledge and skills and leadership things required. Just know that. Anyways, let me continue with the conference. The planning of it, I must say, I had really key supportive people that made it work. And when I was down with every challenges that it came with, they were able to help me and remind me, like just to push on in any shape or form. They were able to do that. So I think that's one of the key things I really liked. And also, communication was key. So we had a good relationship working together in that regard. So that was good. Another thing I really understood from this video is really about overcoming challenges, because the challenges and hurdles I face in terms of delivering it is not an easy challenge. Another thing is put everything in prayer. So when I started this thing, I told God, let me not talk about my conversations with God, but just say it. I said to myself, listen, okay, I will do this conference if I don't have any financial support with my own money. That was my thing, because it was a mandate. If just in case you didn't know, the Dual Youth Conference was a mandate from God for me to do this, because on my own I wouldn't even bother, because whilst I like hosting events and delivering them, I, it, because it wasn't like from a quote unquote, there's no way, there was no financial backing to it, if that makes sense. So I was like, I don't even know what is going to happen. So I kept repeating it. This, when they say to you affirmation, keep repeating what you want to see in your life. Whenever we come to the meeting, I was like, don't worry, we're going to have money. If not, I can use my money. I'm going to try and apply for people, funds, grants, anyone that could help us. I kept saying it. I didn't even know. And then like sought out for information on where to get grants. I looked at some of them. They weren't really people that will support the type of project, especially from a religious perspective. Oof, one thing you may not know, getting grants, I live in the UK, for a religious perspective that supports faith, precisely building, I find, at least from the little research I did, is quite more challenging than any other grants. So honestly, I wouldn't lie to you. I sat down and I prayed. I used to even argue with God about it. So however, I continued planning. So rather than waiting to have the money before starting, I continued planning and then kept repeating that, yes, I'll have money. Money will come. Anyone that asked me, how are you going to make this with you? I was like, no, there'll be money. I'm like, no, I literally was so confident. Tell me, I don't even know where. And God provided it. Okay, provided also those who support us, and like people just send angels. So I could, in this situation, I'll say God provided an angel to intervene in this situation. So I'm so grateful for you. You know yourself, and you that supported our conference to make sure that it happened. From the depths of my heart, I'm ever so grateful. So another thing is I was so angry as well, because there were just so many things that weren't working out. Things kept being added. It was frustrating. I wasn't angry. Please let me repeat. Take that out. I wasn't angry. I was more frustrated. Perhaps so more a lot deeply frustrated in certain situations, because when things were not working according to how I thought it should go, it was annoying. So yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I think frustration and was more of it, because I think if I do get angry with anything, I usually stop. So yeah, I was so frustrated. But mostly, I think with God, if I'm to say anyone, with God, because so many things I'm like, but you. Anyways, that's by the way. So I think one thing I'll say take from this is that when you are doing anything, do it anyways. Just start planning. Anything I'm doing in our life, if I was to say that I waited for everything to align, or to get all the things that people required to do about it, I would not have done it. But all I knew is that I had a vision, I have a plan, and it was given anyways by God as well. So I knew what I wanted, and I knew what I wanted to achieve from it. So all the young people benefited, and that's the key thing, based on their feedback at least. The key things I wanted to achieve, which is about building relationship with God and confidence in their faith, were achieved, even if it's in the life of one or few people. So thank you so much for all your support and all those that attended. So thank you. So that was the challenge. And on the day, oh my Jesus, I can't say what happened on that day, but literally my spirit gave up. And I was about to just throw the towel. Then again, that's why I say you have to make sure you have supportive people around you. So in facing any challenges, the first thing you have to do is have supportive people around you, whether they are conversing with you, whether they are talking with you, whatever they are doing, have supportive people, okay? Because they are like, okay, Chi, I'll handle it. So, and they cheered you up regardless of the situation. So I'm trying to partner with people. It's not a one-man thing. Partnership and collaboration is key, and that's literally what brought this thing alive and brought it to fruition. Partnership and collaboration was highly important, and also make sure you keep the people supporting you informed all throughout the process of what things they are facing. So I know some people don't like to show their weaknesses. I'm the opposite. I'm sorry if I'm experiencing something. If you can ask this, I've led in my workspaces or any space I've done it. I'm not shy to tell you we are facing challenges about this. Because I like to have people informed. And for someone who has been led, if you don't tell me about the challenges, how am I going to know what we are experiencing to know how to handle it? So I take the same mindset when I'm leading anyone, that we're going to tell you the challenges and then we'll try and find the solution together. If I can't find it by myself, and we'll go roll with it and be proactive in everything and make sure you know everything. And then, yeah, things will come to try and frustrate you even before the day and blah, blah, blah. Let out your frustration. I'm sorry. I find people that say keep your peace and blah blah blah. Keep your peace, but if you let out your emotions, don't buckle your emotions up. However you want to express them. Obviously, be intelligent about where you express them and who to. So yeah, express them if you have to. As I mentioned, my frustration was poured onto God. Basically, if you have to shout, cry, scream, if you have to cuss out, I'm sorry. Like anything, I'm not promoting it, but I'm just saying, however the emotion led you, do it, because then to me that brought mental sanity back into my mind. Because after my annoyance and the frustration, guess what happens? Solution comes through. Because I've tried it on my own, it wasn't working out. I've been trying to keep it quiet. Oh no, things I'm pretend it wasn't working out. But being vulnerable is the key thing. So yeah. So that's another thing. Be vulnerable when you're facing any challenges. Try and be vulnerable. Obviously, wisdom comes with vulnerability. Vulnerable in who? As I mentioned, for me, it was vulnerability to God, and I was very, very direct with Him and told Him all my issues and concerns, and He listened and provided the solutions. So yeah, the key things I would say in terms of facing any challenges, if you are doing from a leadership perspective, one, have supportive people around you. It doesn't even matter, even if you're frustrated by what they do, but if they're doing the work you ask them to do, why are you going to have supportive people and people with the right spirits? Secondly, have partnership. Collaborate with people, tell people what you're doing. Before I even started gathering people for this conference, I literally let an organization, obviously I spoke and got permission, and then I let others know this is what I'm planning to do. So that you're getting support and gathering support, at least people are knowledgeable about it. So with all the hurdles, whether from a timeline period, every single thing, everything works out for the good of the creator. So that's really, and those who are diligent in following him. So that's basically what I would say. Persevere on, don't give up, and yeah, and it will happen. And it did happen, because at one point I was just questioning if it was ever going to happen. So in this opportunity, I also mentioned partnership. Yeah, I mentioned partnership. I mentioned vulnerability, which I felt was a key thing, and communication. And it would not be a bad thing if you have to retrieve, because at some point things got so not frustrating, and annoying, and I felt so much restriction and barriers that I had to retreat within myself to get my emotions back in. So, yeah, obviously, do that and do that with God. Everything will work out for His purpose and His good. Okay, so on that note, thank you so much for listening. I hope this video helps someone, whether you're a person leading people in any space of shape or form, or you're someone that is just listening and being led. Do take all these notes into account. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. What am I keep saying thank you? That's because I'm so grateful. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, signing off, Talkinsen. Take care. Bye. We're signing off, Talkinsen. Can you tell us a little bit about the Dual Youth Conference that took place?
It was amazing. It was very lovely. It was like inspiring to the young people, like talk about God, talk about like what they've learned. It was fun as well. Like we had so much fun. You know, it was beautiful. So I'm glad.
How was it organizing it and also then delivering it?
I would say we just thank God. Yeah. So we've been like, obviously we've been shifting, postponing, but it's finally here. The planning went well, and then delivering at the very beginning, well, as if nobody was going to come, nobody was going to show up, but then the few people that were going to come, those the gut choosing ones that were going to come came, and it was absolutely amazing. The feedback we've received as well from the young people are really good. So hopefully God helps us to plan more of this in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you.